the juniors game of, if I may allow to lead. Okay, the health and safety of our players, teams, and fans are paramount. We have been coordinating with the DOH, LGU, and venue partners and continue to monitor the coronavirus situation closely. And due to recent developments, agency is concerned, and upon the recommendation of our venue partner, we will be strictly implementing the no UAAP ID, no entry policy. Only the playing teams and essential staff will be allowed entry. That will be all.
Joining us today. Thank you, attorney.
Thank you, Anton.
The action continues here. UST leading FEU 2-0. We were just talking about the UAAP Juniors Finals tomorrow because the brother of the Laure sisters, Echo Laure, will be participating in that game. He plays for NU. The Bullpups looking to win the championship and go back-to-back. Exciting rally we are seeing right here. Ebon guiding that ball back to the side of the Golden Tigresses, and what a finish by Aimee Hernandez.
Aimee Hernandez!
That was the equivalent of a slam dunk in basketball.
So much power in that tip there. You see the perfect timing of the set of Alina Bicar, Anton. Aimee Hernandez, look how high she jumped on that spike, on that kill. Di mo aakalain sa kanya pupunta yung bola, having a more veteran spiker on the outside position as EJ Laure was there. But Aimee Hernandez making...
She truly is a woman of words and actions. When asked what we can expect from her this season, in his words, she fiercely told me, na mas palaban, mas compose at mas gustong tumulong sa team. Now, one thing that has been working for the ladies, though, is grabbing the chance to still smile and have fun in this highly contested match. And for this set, expect the ladies to...
Yes, it was pushed into a 5-set, but you saw a lot of lapses in the game of UST that you've seen. They cleaned it up more in this game. You see the connection is better, the attitude is better, even their aura when they stepped in the court a while ago. No fear, no hesitation, it's just really all game.
And I remember
makikita mo yung weaknesses mo, and you can improve that, you can build on that. But what's also different is this FEU squad from the first set that we've seen a while ago. You see them in their defense now, they're more aggressive at the net, and also in their spikes. Now they're tied at 3-3 with that point of UST, just putting them up ahead by 1.
System that Coach George wanted in the first place. Back to you, Anton and Michelle.
So timing lang sa receive. Yun yung pangunahing paalala ni Coach George sa kanyang komunan as we see another
of a rookie. But that's what is so amazing now with young volleyball players, is because the rise of the sport, they see it on television. Gumaganda yung program natin from lower levels, from grassroots levels. Kaya pagdating nila ng US6, the leading scorers right now of UST, you see these girls, they're not at their prime, they're not at their senior year at Ton, but they're already ready to step this set, because as we can see kanina, yun yung problema nila, as we mentioned that earlier, Anton, and Coach George also mentioned the errors of FEU.
Double contact on FEU. Point goes UST.
Coach George is going to challenge this one. And I'm looking at the FEU bench right now. It's a block touch on what to look at, whether the ball touched the net first. And clearly it did, but agudo here in this contest. Here's the pass. Here's the toss. The attack by Kiseo.
Net touch on FEU. Point goes UST.
Now you can sense that there's some...
To be a certain way. But right now, you know, we're real people. We're real women. No matter how you wave, you just put that hand up and shake it like you mean it. So I like her wave because this is very cute.
Michelle Gumabao herself, as she joins us today in the broadcast despite her very busy schedule. Meanwhile, EJ Laure has been very busy today in this match. Every player, not just on their team, but on the opposing teams as well.
That's why it's not surprising if you see the coaches actually living here in MOA Arena for the rest of the season, because not only do you have to prepare your players, you also have to scout your opponent to better prepare your players. And that's
Tumugpi yung katawan a certain way. You have to know the likelihood of the attack that the player will be delivering, but I'm not sure you can prepare for the likelihood of whatever EJ would deliver on that type of a play. That was a difficult set. I mean, look at her body right here, Michelle.
No matter how much of a broken play that was, the set was far from the net, you saw her final step. And that's the most important thing for a spiker, especially an outside spiker, because your final step will give you the elevation. And you saw how EJ
for UST in the PVL Collegiate Conference last season. Running attack for Villarreal. Popped up by Viray. Picard tips it over to the FEU side. This is Kiseo.
Net touch on FEU.
Kiseo not so another point for UST.
Cayuna, running attack for Villarreal, popped up by Viray. Bicar gives it back to EJ Laure. Somehow, FEU is able to keep that ball up. Laure switching it up. Going for a more finesse attack. Bicar, popped up by EJ. Quick attack for Aimee Hernandez. Here's the toss. Here's the spike over the blockers by Kiseo. Hernandez reaching for that volleyball.
Aimee Hernandez.
The second set.
Such an imposing figure at the net, despite being a rookie. Bicar. Read well by Villarreal. Anticipating Bicar's attempt at the dump ball.
From to get back in this set. Kanina, we were tied. And now scoring another ace. We see them more fired up.
What an entry for Martha Mora, the backup center of FEU, and
Martha Mora.
sending two aces towards
When
the
they played against UE, and they really had a hard time. And look at that, back-to-back aces for FEU opponent. And FEU right now is fired up to get back into this set and win their first set.
EJ Laure.
EJ Laure stops the run of the Lady Tamaraos with another emphatic hit.
It's really good to see the power back in EJ Laure's jump, in her form, in her spike. When I saw her playing in the last collegiate conference, and she was already in the proper form, but kulang pa rin talaga dun sa power.
It's a scary sight if you have EJ going back to her old self.
Services out.
And evolving into an even better and smarter player.
As the UAAP teaching, getting mad, you really save that for training. Yes, you need a little bit in the game, but when the girls are already pressured, it's a coach's job to beat them.
High five ka ba kay
Parang
Coach
wala
Ramil?
nga akong maalala, coach eh. Grabe. Baka maglalaro ako last year ko, Anton. Baka kuha lang ako ng high five from Coach Ramil. Honestly. Pero ngayon, dami niyang binibigay, ah.
Generous na si Coach Ramil eh ngayon. Nag-trending yung high five niya kay Tintin Tiamzon as Ea Laure enjoying that one. Tipping it over the blockers. Ea Laure, just so smart, so experienced at a young age.
And that's what's hard if you're going up to block or play defense against a spiker such as Ea Laure, because she knows how she's gonna variate her attacks. She knows when to use that lethal power. She also knows when to use her equally lethal tip.
Right now, as they trail UST by 7, and they get
It's an
aced
ace from
by
EJ
EJ.
Laure.
To make 20. Syempre, you always have to prepare for the worst and expect the best whenever you come into a game. Ako, I expect to be player of the game because that's what you train for. And pag hindi, then go back to training, work harder. But you always have to expect that you will play your best because that's what you want to attract whenever you enter inside the court. Good feeling na meron kang kakampi that is that goes more than just being a teammate. You know, that when there's something that goes wrong, you have your ate, you have someone to look to, and that's what you really want to find in a team, the school, but also for their bond as sisters.
Running attack by Hernandez. Mora.
Karandang.
Wow.
Setter having that play in her hands right now. It's a good testament of her skill, no matter how young she is, and hopefully it will start a run for FEU.
But Caitlin Viray continues to produce, Michelle, for UST.
Seeing that down the line hit, the blockers of FEU were way
for
inside.
UST, number
The
5.
angle is just opposite. It's different. If especially I came from playing outside, mahirap talaga. Kaya the likes of like Ebon, Caitlin Viray, you see them play in that position with so much ease.
And she can make decisions while in the air. That time, Viray deciding to go down the line. Ebon decides to go cross court. How about this? EJ Laure setting for UST. What do you think has played so far? Mora, quick attack for Karandang.
Karandang.
You see how Martha Mora, who is jumping up and down the FEU side of the court, but Martha Mora is a breath of fresh air for the FEU Lady Tamaraws.
And speaking of a breath of fresh air,
And play for UST, who is now 1 point away from winning the second set.
Karandang. Back set. Isa Jimenez. And that's what we noticed about UST in the first set. Number 3, you're watching the Women's Volleyball Tournament of Season 82 of the UAAP.